Greetings to you in the name of my Master 𝐤𝐄𝐄, the Son of Living Elohim, who is my Savior, who is my King, who is my teacher. And today I open on Matthew 5. And I'm going to read some verses for you. And I start from verse 1. But when he saw the crowds, he went up on a mountain, and when he was seated, his taught ones came to him. And having opened his mouth, he was teaching them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, because theirs is the reign of the heavens. Blessed are those who mourn, because they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, because they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, because they shall be filled. Blessed are the compassionate, because they shall obtain compassion. Blessed are the clean in heart, because they shall see Elohim. Blessed are the peacemakers, because they shall be called sons of Elohim. Blessed are those persecuted for righteousness' sake, because theirs is the reign of the heavens. Blessed are you when they reproach and persecute you, and falsely say every wicked word against you, for my sake. Rejoice and be glad, because your reward in the heavens is great. For in this way they persecute the prophets who were before you. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt becomes tasteless, how shall it be seasoned? For it is no longer of any use but to thrown out and to be trodden down by men. And I can keep reading. What are those few, no, that's more than few, those verses? 𝐤𝐄𝐄 describes hearts of men, because we know that 𝐤𝐄 tries our hearts and kidneys. He knows them. He knows what is in man. We are born to this world which is hostile place. We are born to the world which promotes men hearts of stone. Opposite to that list which 𝐤𝐄𝐄 just was actually speaking of, the list of men with different hearts. Yet they're very, very similar, because all of them are not suitable for this world. Poor in spirit, those are with the broken hearts. the hearts of stone which are broken, which are not intact, which are not suitable to function fully here in this place. And none of those here, those who are mourn, those who are meek, those who are hunger for and thirst for righteousness, those who are compassionate and those who are clean in heart, peacemakers, all those are not suitable for this place to succeed. So this world and the one who rules this world try to make those here who live here with this kind of heart which is not suitable for this place. The world is rejecting those. Those are the people who are outcast in this place. But Yahusha speaks of them that they will be rewarded for who they are. So this is the contrast. The kingdom of heaven and this kingdom are opposite. So if you have those qualities of your heart, you will receive. You will receive. You will receive the reward, which is Yahusha himself. You will receive the love from Yahweh, which will fill you. It will complete you. Depends what you crave. And like Yahusha says, all those who he actually listed will receive. If you claim that you are elect, if you claim that you are his, you should be the true salt which can be used for seasoning. Saying that you are his, or saying that you believe but you're just tasteless, it means nothing. And like we know, Yahweh knows who we are. And this is not of Christianity, this is from the scriptures. We can say whatever we want to men. We can proclaim that to people. We can even deceive ourselves. We can deceive men, but you would not deceive the Most High, Yahweh. His Ruach knows all things, because Yahweh is Ruach. And you are the light of the world. It is impossible for a city to be hidden on a mountain. Nor do they light a lamp and put it under a basket. So if you say you are his and you believe in Yahusha, that he is the Messiah, who is the one who is from the beginning, he is the Word of Elohim, who was with Elohim and who is Elohim, and that everything was created through him and by him and for him, and he tabernacled among us. He became a flesh and tabernacled among us. If you believe in him, like you say, if the same you have in your heart, if your heart receives him, then you would not be hidden. The light you will have in you will be seen, because you will be filled with the Word, the living Word, not the word of man, coming from learning about matters which are worldly in the way of the world. But you will receive the wisdom and understanding from the Ruach HaKodesh, which doesn't require study for hours and using the tools of man of this world. The Word will nourish man, and they will be filled when they hear it, when you will speak, because the word you will speak will be not yours, but from above. People are speaking about, a lot of people are speaking about obedience to the law, obedience to Torah. And many also reject Paul. And if you receive the Ruach, you will not do so, because you don't understand, because the reasonings and way of understanding and the way you learn and obtain knowledge is from this world. That's why you reject him, many of you, and you are confused what he was saying. When you have the Ruach HaKodesh, you can discern, not because you are smart, because I'm smart, because the Ruach which will stay in you will explain to you, will teach you, will guide you and instruct you, because the Ruach HaKodesh is source of all wisdom and understanding and truth. And when Yahusha speaks, do not think that I came to destroy the Torah of the prophets or the prophets. I did not come to destroy but to complete. How obvious is this? He completes the Torah because he is the living Word. He is the 10 Commandments living. He is the one who fulfills it, who completes it through himself. And if you receive him, you will live by the commandments. You will have them written upon your heart. That's what, I think that's in Ezekiel 11. So Yahusha is the living Word. He is the Torah. He is the law, which is good, which is righteous, which is set apart, which is love of Yahweh. How he could abolish himself? But you don't get it because you didn't receive him, because you try to be obedient by your own standards, by your own ways, which we learn from this world. And law is always seen as something which is must, which is being given to man as kind of burden. But not so with Yahweh and his law, which is good, which is love, which is not burden, as Yahusha speaks. He said, my yoke is gentle and my burden is light. He speaks about himself. He speaks about the 10 Commandments. They are love, they are not burden. But you think it is something which requires work and labor of you, and you speak to men, you must obey the law, you must be obedient, you must be obedient, and you make it hard. on one another. It's like a big duty, big thing, and you argue among one another, and this is big deal. And will be simple if you just receive the one who is the living Torah. He is the love from Yahweh. Those commandments are love, the love which this world does not know. I don't know, sometimes when I listen, and most of the time actually, those discussions of yours, I wonder what's going on. You say you receive the truth, but you still reasoning the ways man does, who is of this world, with your cardinal mind, with your eyes which are eyes of this world, and ears which only perceive things of this world, like those Pharisees. When Yahushua approached them and they said to him, "Are you saying we are blind too?" It's like I will hear many of you. You know the scriptures, you know what he answered. Many of you care about what others think. I'm not coming here from myself. I have nothing to tell you. If I will come from myself, I would not say a word, because I'm not coming from myself. I don't want esteem, compliments, and praise from you. But I am obedient, because the Father opened my mouth and He wants to tell you things. I will have nothing really to say, because I don't know you. I have no interest, personal interest, to come to you and speak to you. No gain, no profit, no nothing. So why I will be here, if not the Father, which put the word, He put the word in this mouth. The English is not my native language. Many years ago, when I wasn't a believer, I tell you shortly because it's not about me. Many years before I was even a believer, for some reason, my life turned strange way, went in different path than I expected, and I end up in a place on the other side of the world, traveling by myself, not knowing the language, not knowing anything, anyone, and not knowing the reason why. It happened to me, and I was broken. My heart wasn't intact. I wasn't suitable to work. But I'm here. I learned this language. I learned English. Not from schools, but from people. I start to read the books, and I start to read many of them, like not the theological books, not books which are scriptures or anything to do with. I wasn't a believer anyway. I was mocking those who believed. I would not see the purpose at that time, but now I know. The purpose was because Yahweh wants me to speak. And to do that, he had to take me away from my place when I was born and bring me here so I can be the vessel for him, for his word. So my English is not perfect, but it's enough for Yahweh's purpose. And I don't care if you judge me how I speak. It's enough so you know what I'm talking about, what the Father wants to speak about. This about what I was speaking about. Okay, I found it. This is Ezekiel 11, and I want to read the verse about Yahusha, because he is the one who will circumcise your heart. And I start from verse 17. So I repeat, this is Ezekiel 11, verse 17. Therefore say, thus said the Master Yahweh, and I shall gather you from the peoples, and I shall assemble you from the lands where you have been scattered, and I shall give you the land of Israel, and they shall go there. And I shall take away all its disgusting matters, and all its abominations from there, and I shall give them one heart, and put a new ruach within you, and I shall take the stony heart out of their flesh, and give them a heart of flesh. So they walk in my laws, and guard my right rulings, and I shall do to them, and they shall be my people, and I shall be their Elohim. I can read a little bit more. But to those whose hearts walk after their heart of their disgusting matters and their abominations, I shall recompense their deeds on their own head, declares the Master Yahweh. And what Yahweh speaks in Matthew 5 applies to those with the hearts which are suitable ground to receive Him. And we know the parable of the seed. When we have different ground, this is the heart. The ground is the heart of man. So that applies to this. There is no like one parable or what Yahushua says is disconnected. It all comes to one. It's about receiving the living word to our hearts and live by it and guard it, because this is the greatest treasure of all of which Yahushua speaks. He is that treasure. He is humble and meek in heart. And there is nothing greater than that. If you receive it, you will lack nothing. You will stop the arguments, the discussions, those reasonings, the researches, those learning sittings for hours among yourself to prove who is smarter, who knows more, or who discovers something. But it's all the same. It's the knowledge of man, and the subjects and questions are from this world, not from above. Because you did not receive the one from above, as Yahushua speaks in John 3 to Nicodemus. He is the one who came from above. There is no one who knows the matters and who can let you know about those matters, who can inform you about those matters, except the Ruach of our Master Yahushua Messiah, whom you shall receive. That's why he says, whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood possesses life in him. Whoever does not eat my flesh and does not drink my blood possesses no life in him. I don't know how you read all those passages if you cannot just see this clearly. Yes, because you use different tools. And your heart is fully embedded in this place. Because that's what you desire to satisfy your own needs. What the heart of stone wants. You would not go against the stream. You still have a good company of those who clap hands to this what you do. Try to really go against the stream. The only way you can do that and be set apart is to receive the one who is set apart. And don't say or comment and say that you know what I'm speaking of, because it's not what it is. If you know, you will do. You will be obedient. We all speak about obedience, but you speculate, you don't know what it is. It's not that I'm upset with you. I have no problem with you personally. And many will get aggravated. But it's the Father. Like I said before, I have no interest to talk to you. I have no problems with you. It's not myself. I want to return to Matthew 5. Really, I don't have any bad feelings. It's what is in me. It's the love from the Father. It's not my love, but His love. That's why the Word is coming to you, because He cares, He loves you, and His Messiah loves you. But you, with your feelings, you get upset very quick. You take it personally, and this is of this world. But you shouldn't take this personally. Because we shall be free from all those things. Those emotions are of this world. Being offended, being aggravated, being upset, it should come for good. It's to wake you up so you can receive the truth, so you can receive the one who is sent for you, the gift of love from Yahweh. It's for your good, so you shouldn't get upset. You heard that it was said to those of old, you shall not murder, and whoever murders shall be liable to judgment. But I say to you that whoever is wroth with his brother without a cause shall be liable to judgment. And any other reasons. Those are emotions, feelings of this world. If we receive the perfect love from Yahweh, He will free you from those things. He will give you peace, because the enemy wants you to feel like that. The enemy wants you to be upset, to be wroth, to be annoyed with others, to take things personally because of the pride in your heart. That's why man gets upset. That's why man gets frustrated with others and angry. Because the enemy rules on that way. This is the way of the adversary. And the more feelings like those, emotions like those you have in you, then better for the enemy. Because enemy does not know what the true love is, which you don't know. Because you're very personal. Everyone who comes and speaks here, or put the post here, I'm not saying, maybe not everyone, but most. You are very personal. You shall be not personal. It's not our battle. We shall be the tools, the vessels of the set apart work. It's 𝐤𝐄𝐄. That's His war. That's, you quote those scriptures saying that the battle is not raging in flesh, but it's from the spiritual realm. So why so personal? We shall be the servants, the tools, the vessels of the one who fights. We cannot fight. This battle is not for us, it's for the Ruach HaKodesh of our Master Yahushua. I want to just read one or maybe couple verses from Matthew 5. You heard, and this is verse 38, a little bit down. You heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist the wicked, but whoever slaps you on your right cheek, turn the other to him also. And he who wishes to sue you and take away your inner garment, let him have your outer garment as well. And whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him too. Give to him who asks of you, and from him who wishes to borrow from you, do not turn away. You heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies, bless those cursing you, do good to those hating you, and pray for those insulting you and persecuting you. How is this possible? For our hearts, which grew here in this world, which we learn we should defend ourselves. And if they hurt us, we shall pay them back and seek the justice in this world for whatever happened to us. And now, this is completely opposite. How you just say, yes, I'm good, and you obey Yahweh, your Elohim, and this should be easy. What Yahushua says here, this shall be easy for you if you call yourself elect and He's not one. Why? Because if you receive His love, this is easy. You will love your enemy. You will forgive. If they ask you to forgive, you will forgive. Doesn't matter what they will do to you. It's not because you are better, because your heart changed, but because you receive the one who is humble and meek, who is good, and who is the love from Yahweh, that love which gives rain to the good one, to the righteous and to the wicked. So that would not be problem to you if you receive the heart of flesh, which will be circumcised through Yahushua Messiah. Of course, it's not possible to our own heart, and you cannot make yourself love your enemy if you still have your heart stone, intact. It would not be. And I advise you to ask for the heart of flesh, to ask for Yahushua Messiah, to ask for the bread of life. Repent. Turn from your ways. Repent and receive the bread of life. Receive the living word. Drink the living waters. Be filled